Hey friends, Hattie here from Honeybee Stampers. I'm hopping on live on a Monday here on Facebook, and I will upload this to YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, hello, make sure you leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. I always appreciate that. I wanted to get on today because it is the day before the end of February. And there is so much great stuff going on this month that ends tomorrow that I want to make sure that you don't miss out on. So I'm going to be doing a video right now that kind of does a little bit of a recap of Celebration. So Celebration is something that happens in January and February with Stampin' Up, where you can get free products. So here's the catalog that we'll be looking at. I'm also going to go through and just show you some of the projects that we created during our Facebook Lives that we've been doing. So on Wednesdays, I had been hopping on and doing a creative showcase, essentially. So we're going to do that. And I also want to share with you guys a really cute card that is so simple, but it's beautiful, featuring a masking technique and some new product, brand new product that's going to go live for you guys next month in March. And then I want to finish it off with a starter kit. I want to show you a couple sample starter kit ideas so that anybody who loves crafting, who loves a discount, who loves to shop early, who would love to be a part of an awesome, incredible team that is worldwide, that is very creative and loves to share with each other. If any of that resonates with you, then you're going to want to grab that starter kit because this is a really good deal. I mean, the starter kit's always a good deal. It's always on sale, but tomorrow ends one of the best deals that I've seen in a while. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about that. Okay. So let's start off by doing just a recap of Celebration. I mean, I loved this catalog, and I really liked getting on and doing kind of a happy hour, was what I was doing on Wednesdays, showcasing product out of here. So here's some of the product that's available. I'm just going to show you the cards that we did. So we've got the Adorable Owls stamp set, and let me see if I can find, I've got my little stack here, and I'm sure I'm missing some of the cards. I did a big craft fair and brought some of the cards with me, and probably misplaced some of them. But okay, here's a stack of owl cards here. So I'm just going to go over them again to show you guys. So that was like a fun fold card. I loved coloring with the owl. This is such a cute card. And this paper right here is also Celebration paper, so kind of take note of that. But it was so fun to color this owl. And then I shared a technique, if you want to go back and watch those videos, where I showed you how you can stamp mirror stamping with the owl there. Okay, that's a duplicate. Well, that's not a duplicate. This is one where I did mirror stamping, but I actually cut out the owls there. And then here was just this card that I did on the video, but I switched up how I did the sentiment. Okay, so those are the owl cards. There's so many other great samples online for you guys to look at. But it's a very cute stamp set, and you can get it for free with a $50 order. You got some more samples here, and then we've got the carrots. So this was the last live I think I did. I think it was. So let's grab that. I definitely wanted to go live and do a lot more projects, but just ran out of time. So here's a card that I did with the carrots here. There's no one quite like you, and I felt like that was really appropriate to stamp them all those different colors except for one. And then we did this card here. This was a fun fold card that I did with my team during one of our team meetings. We always do a mystery stamping card, and here's another version of it. Very similar. Also featuring that paper that's part of Celebration. And then this was the card that I did live for you guys. I showed you how you could use some masking to create this little image here. And we took the carrots, flipped them upside down, and created some trees and a little bit of a scenery. So there's that card featuring the carrots. Again, another stamp set that you can get for free if you spend $50. Okay, sad about this one. I'm not even going to show you the projects that I made with it because you can go back and look at those, but this sold out. It sold out pretty early, so this was a very popular one. It coordinated with a bundle that's available in the catalog. That actually is not orderable right now, but it will be coming back in March. So anyways, beautiful paper. I hope you guys got your hands on it. Okay, now here is another set of paper. This was the day at the farm, and it also coordinated with the On the Farm bundle. And I did a couple projects, and this was one that I was going to go live and I didn't get a chance to do it, ran out of time. But I'll show you some projects that I created with it. So here's one of the cards that I did as part of a team swap. Okay, so I featured the paper here and then the stamp set that coordinates with it as well. This was a card that we did as part of our team mystery stamping, another mystery stamping challenge that we did. We do once a month. And then these cute little cards right here features that paper, this free paper, and my friend Cassidy designed these. And the really cool thing about this is, let me show you what the actual paper looks like. So this is just one sheet of the 12 by 12 paper, and she created these cards with it, but she did some paper piecing. So what she did here is she cut out, you can see that we've got this little barn here, but then she's got the yellow behind it. She actually cut the barn out and then placed it, shifted it up and put it here with the clouds. I just thought that that was so neat. And then same with the bottom here. She cut out the flowers and moved them up to create this scene. And she's going to put her sentiments on there if she'd like. Same thing with this. This looks like she just cut a piece of this paper out, but there's actually paper piecing that she did on this as well. And so I thought that was a really cool take on this paper. I absolutely can see myself making a scrapbook page with this paper with my son being at the farm petting all the zoo animals. So that was the Day at the Farm 12 by 12 designer series paper. It's really fun. It's got some really great patterns in there as well. Like for instance, this pattern right here is one of my favorites, and I loved this chicken wire. So that one's another free one with a $50 order. And then we've got the Sending Support. This is a great stamp set that has a lot of different sentiments in there if you're wanting to uplift and encourage someone. I did use it on this particular card here, and this image is also part of the celebration offering. So some days are harder than others is what the front of the card says, and then you could of course fill it in with another one of the sentiments there. But that's just a great stamp set to have in general. So let me show you the other. We'll skip over that for a second. Here is the In the Country. So this came with 2 stamps, and I did do a video on how to put this particular card together. So you have to check that out on my YouTube channel. And it was fun. We did some embossing here and some coloring with color pencils and blender pens. So that's how I created that. And then I used that sentiment I was just mentioning. Okay, so now let's talk about this page here. We've got the Favorite Flowers 12 by 12 designer series paper. Some of my favorite paper. I mean, I love this paper. I've got a ton of samples to show you with this. So we'll just kind of quickly go through that because I definitely want to get to the card that I'm going to do today. So we've got this one here. This one actually doesn't feature that paper, but it features the stamp set that coordinates with it. Here's one of my favorites that features the paper. Okay, this was a fun fold. Again, another mystery stamping. So if you're on my team, you get a chance to do mystery stamping. It's almost always a fun fold each month. Okay, this card is actually part of our team make and takes, but it features that paper. Okay, that's a duplicate. This was one of the cards that I showed on my class when I was teaching the triple designer series paper using die cuts. Here's another just out of the box sample that I created. This was the card that we created on our Facebook Live, so you'll have to check that out if you missed it. Very easy to put together. And then I just created some additional samples. I'm telling you, this paper is gorgeous. I mean, I know that other paper sold out, the Dainty Flowers, but the Favorite Flowers is, I mean, look at that. It is just so pretty. So there's that. Here's another card that was part of one of our team make and takes, as well as this one. So that's a fun fold. So there's that. I'm just kind of whipping through these quickly because a lot of these you've seen before. There's a couple that may be new to you that I haven't shown on my video, but I just wanted to do a little recap for you guys. Okay, let's see what else is on here. Okay, so now we're up to the Beautifully Happy. So this was a really pretty stamp set, and I did a video on this one as well. And let me grab all of these samples. Holy moly. Lots of samples here. So this was part of a team make and take. This one was I did for a class, And then this was just some extra samples featuring some design, some in colors. Now let me point out something about these in colors. We're going to learn some information on March 1st about colors with Stampin' Up. So be prepared for that. I don't know if it's going to be just demonstrator only. I think it may be, or if they're going to share that with customers as well. But one thing I do know for sure is that these in colors right here, let me make sure these are the correct ones. Yeah, these are going to be retiring. So with this annual catalog that retires in May, these are going away as well. So if you loved any of these colors, make sure you stock up on the re-inkers, because I always get that phone call where people are like, hey, I bought this paper, I forgot to get the re-inker, and I want to continue to use my stamp pad and my ink, but it's going dry. So please do me a favor and grab up all the stuff that you want that's going to be retiring, because once it's gone, it's gone. So there's they're the in colors there. So I did these cards featuring that. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that, because I'm telling you, that's like the first thing to go. And then these cards here were also made featuring the same stamp set as part of one of our team events. So there's our team make and take. So there's that. Okay, let's flip the page here. So here's that paper I was mentioning earlier. Let's see, I wanted to share with you some cards. I did a stamp camp this weekend. I do a virtual stamp camp with each new catalog, and this past weekend was our spring stamp camp, and we do add-on classes with it. So one of the add-on classes that we did was the Easter Bunny. So the Easter Bunny is so cute. The punch has sold out, but it's coming back, so stay tuned for that. But you could still create these cards. These are the add-on cards that I did for Stamp Camp, but I featured that paper. So it's this paper right here. So there's one of the cards. There's one, this cute little bunny, and then this one. So just wanted to kind of show those off to you guys. And then you saw me pointing out whenever I use this paper. It's a really large pack, and it's free with a $100 order. You would get 48 sheets. So you can do a whole lot with that paper. And I love that little Easter bunny where they use the cracker dies to create that. I think that's such a cute project. Okay, am I missing anything? This stamp set right here. I didn't get a chance to play with it like I wanted to, but this stamp set is free if your orders are 300 or more. So you just get it on just because. So if you or your friends get together and do a big party, then you're going to get this host. Or if you just know you want to spend $300, there's like a lot of stuff you want to buy, you'll get all this free stuff that you get to pick from, plus you'll get that for free. Okay, so there's that. And here are some additional items that Stampin' Up! Brought out. So if you got everything you wanted out of this catalog, here are some additional items that you could get for free. This one right here, Eden's Garden Bundle. This is a really pretty bundle. It was a rather expensive bundle, and I'm going to just show you a cute little project that I created. So this is a tag that I made using some of the stamping from that and the paper that coordinated with it and some of the ribbon that coordinated with this paper. So if you look at our clearance rack, I think that they updated some things. You might be able to find some things that coordinate with the Eden's Garden bundle. But there's that. That's the only $100 one. The rest of them are free with $50. And if you're curious about those, you have to check out the video that I did showcasing each one of those. Okay, now let me talk really quickly about the Join Special. So during celebration, they always have an incentive to get the starter kit. And the starter kit is basically product that you get to pick out of any of the catalogs. So you can pick them out of this catalog or annual catalog. You can choose something from the mini catalog. You can choose items that are online currently that you can only find online. And so during celebration, you get to pick $175 worth of stuff, and you only have to pay $99. You don't have to pay any shipping, so that's a huge savings right there. And then you also will get a free paper pumpkin kit. And what else? Then after that, you get to place orders at a discount. So I think that's probably the best part. The discount is amazing, but then being able to order whatever you want at a discount afterwards, that's a huge perk. So let's talk about the joining special. So the first offer that they have for you, they're talking, well, actually, let's go backwards. We'll talk about option 3. So that's that $175 that I mentioned, and you only have to pay $99. And I've got 2 sample starter kits that I can share with you that I'll share with you after our little make and take tonight. And then you've got that's $99. Or if you don't have this little mini cut and emboss machine, which I don't have the blue one. This is boho blue, a brand new color that's coming out. I have the white one, so it's about this big, if you can kind of see that in reference to my hand. You will get this plus all the plates. This is a $63 value, but you'll have to just pay $30 for it, so just a little less than half for that, and you can add that onto your starter kit. So what you would pay is, you would pay $129, and you would get $175 worth of stuff plus this little mini machine and all the plates. Now, if you love this new color that's coming out, you can do that same option, but then just pick the blue one. So that's option 1 with the blue one. Option 2 is with the white one. And option 3 is without the cut and emboss machine, but you just pick out $175 and you pay $99. Now, let me actually show you some of the sample kits first, and then we'll finish with our project. So I have people message me and say they're a little bit overwhelmed with placing their starter kit order because you can only stick to 175. So a lot of times when we're placing our regular orders, you can go over a little bit and just pay the difference, like if it's a Stampin' Rewards kind of thing. But for the starter kit, you have to stick right to 175. So because I love to make sure that my customers and my team members get the most bang for their buck, I created a starter kit option that hits right at 175. Again, you can choose whatever you want, but if you're like, I'm overwhelmed with this, I just want to get the starter kit so I can start ordering what I want at a discount, then this is a great kit for you. So what would be included in this is you get a welcome package from Stampin' Up, and it looks like this. My friend Gina let me borrow hers, or she gave this to me. So inside of it has stuff about starting, joining Stampin' Up, creativity made easy. So this is all about our kits collection, and a letter from Stampin' Up. I already had this pen, but you will get like a little pen from Stampin' Up. It's a really nice one, so you'll get that as well. This is honestly for people who are maybe interested in running this as a business, and let me tell you, you don't have to do that. You don't have to get on and do videos like I do. You don't have to teach any classes. You can actually just do this for the discount. Trust me. I have tons of people who have signed up just for that reason. So you'll get this little welcome package. You'll get 8 new catalogs that you can share with your friends, or if you don't want them, let me know. I'll be happy to take them off your hands. You'll get a free paper pumpkin kit. Now, it's always a retired paper pumpkin kit. So we never know which kit it's going to be, but it's a $23.50 value to get a paper pumpkin kit. And here is just a little sneak peek of the kit that came out this month. So this one came with an ink spot. Hi, Gina. Yes, the pen is so cute. I'm glad you kept yours because it does really write nicely. So I'm glad you kept that, but thank you. So the Mango Melody ink spot will come with it. This was this month's, and it came with this cute stamp set. I've already put my projects together, but I'll just open this up and kind of show you what a paper pumpkin kit looks like if you're not familiar. Then you'll have all the pieces here that you can create these projects. So here are the cards from this month. I will design an alternate sample so I can share with you guys and do that video. But it's just such a great value because now you can stamp right away. You have an opportunity to create, like that kit right there makes 9 cards. I'm not saying you're going to get this kit, but you'll be able to create right away. So that's awesome. And you get that for free. So like I said, you'll get $175 worth of product and then the option to add on that mini machine. So here's the sample starter kit that I came up with that hits $175, like right on the head. So we've got some brand new product that is only available online right now, and it's going to be live to customers starting next month, but it's available for all demonstrators to order ahead, and if anybody wants to put it on their starter kit, you can put it on your starter kit tonight or tomorrow. So here's the product. It's called Hello Irresistible, and then we've got some additional items here. So let me show you what you would get. You could get the Hello Irresistible Sweet Collection, which includes the stamp set. So you would get this stamp set. You would get the dies, which are these dies right here, and these dies are awesome, you guys. So my friend Jennifer, who is our make and take coordinator for each month, she's already used these dies to create some projects for this month's make and takes for our team. So we're going to be featuring this. I'm excited about that. So there's these dies that you would get. You would get the paper. So the paper, I'm going to show you some of it. Some of it's already cut up, but it's got this beautiful, kind of like an embossed resist technique. And I saw another demonstrator, I can't remember her name right now, but she took one of the papers and she heat embossed over the top of it. And I'm telling you, it was gorgeous. She heat embossed a background stamp like over the top of this. And it was, I mean, it turned out great. I'm definitely going to have to case her project. So there's some of the paper, really fun. We've got some colors that are coming back, kind of reviving some old colors like Pretty Peacock. I'm excited about that. Okay, so here's just a sample of some of the paper here. So you would get a pack of these, of this paper. It's 6 by 6. I like how that coordinates with the dies. If you guys have any questions while I'm going through this demonstration today, even while I'm doing the make and take, definitely ask me. I'm happy to help. There are a lot of misconceptions about the starter kit. People always feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to run this as a business. I don't want to do that. You absolutely do not have to do that at all. So you can get the starter kit and just enjoy all the perks of being a demonstrator, which means discounts, early shopping, access to free tutorials and inspiration, an amazing team of demonstrators that I like to call the Beehive, and we're located all over. And we do a virtual team meeting each month, and it's just great. Okay, so you'll get those 3 items I just mentioned. You'll get this as well. These are embellishments. So these are loose embellishments, which would be great if you wanted to put them in a shaker card, or you can add a glue dot to the back of them and add them and embellish a card with it. They're really pretty. So there's that. You would also get your naturally gilded 12 by 12. So let's open this up so you can take a look at this paper. So here's the paper here. Okay, so you're going to get 2 sheets of this gold. And then on the other side, it's just plain. There's nothing on there. It's a specialty paper. And then 2 sheets of this 12 by 12. Oh my gosh, look at that paper. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is actually silver, but it kind of looks iridescent when it hits the light. And then this looks like it's a copper color. So these are going to make absolutely beautiful cards. So there's that. You will also get 3 of the embossing folders. These are brand new embossing folders. They come in a 3-pack. They're so cute. They're $30 for this 3-pack, right? Let me show you what it actually looks like when it's embossed. So we've got this one right here. And actually, does it even say the names of it? They call it basic embossing folder. So I don't know that they have specific names for each one. But this one right here, this is what the pattern looks like when you emboss it. That's fun. And then you've got this one right here, which are just some little bubbles or dots. You could even do it that way if you wanted to. And then you've got this one, which I love this one. You guys are going to see me using this a whole bunch. It is kind of subtle, but it gives just a really nice finish to the card. So you would get all 3 of those as part of your kit. You would also get the classic letter stamp set. So one of my friends, Susan, she's also on my team, she gave me a suggestion that you can use this to create some cute little note cards that are personalized. So I thought that would be great. You know, you could have stamp some initials on there and just create some really cute gifts for people or even for yourself. Okay, so now all of that right there does not total $175, if you can imagine that. So then I said, well, let me figure out how I can maximize this. So I recommend that you add a take your pick tool. So this is a take your pick tool here. If you've never seen one before, it looks like this. It's just a basic toolkit, and this is, it changes out here. It's got a pointy end, like a piercing paper piercer, and then it's got kind of like a spatula end here. I use this when I'm working with our chalks to kind of scrub some of the chalk off to be able to use it when I'm crafting. So I really like this. I also use it to get underneath like layers. If I've messed up and I want to kind of lift that layer up, I'll do that. So there's that. And then on the other end of it, you've got this putty that you can just turn it and putty will kind of come out. And what you can do with this is pick up your embellishments. You can pick up little pieces of paper, you know, like, or big pieces of paper, whatever you need to do. But it's just great and handy. So it's got a little putty on the end of it. I've also seen people use the putty if they're heat embossing and they've got little sprinkles of embossing powder where it shouldn't be. They'll take this and kind of pick up that embossing powder and get that out of the way. And then with this loose embellishment here, right, this would be perfect for that. So this is the take your pick tool. It's fantastic. There's another brush attachment that you can put on here that's separate, but I just wanted to point that out. And this is a team gift that I gave actually to one of our events. So Stampin' Up! Has these sponsored events that you can attend, and really it's just a fun girls' weekend. And I always gift my team who invest in going to that with different gifts. And so our team is called the Beehive. So I got them all personalized little gifts like this. So that's just another perk for being on my team. Just fun things like that, gathering together and being able to do that. Okay, so let's add that on to the list. We're still not at 175. So then something new that just came out with this new catalog is this storage tool here. So it's so great. We've got such a great storage collection called Stampin' Up Storage. I can't actually remember, Storage Solutions, but anyways, this coordinates with it great. So this holds, the one I was just talking about holds all of our blender pens, our Stampin' pens, our markers, our ink, all that, ink refills, but you could set this right next to it, you see, and you can place your blender brushes on here. And the project that I'm going to do tonight features blender brushes. So there you go. So you can put 9 right here, and it fits both sizes because this is the smaller size. This just came out with this new catalog. They are cute and tiny. Let me show you a comparison to the bigger ones. Okay, so here's the larger one, and then here's the smaller. So with the larger one, you would get 3 in a pack, and with the smaller one, you would get 3 in a pack, just like that. And so you could add that on for $11.50. Now, if you add all that together, that is the $175 that gets you that starter kit. And again, I said that you only pay $99 plus your state tax. You do have to pay that, but you don't have to pay for any shipping. And so that's I came up with $220, but it's actually a little bit more than $220 because we factor in the paper pumpkin kit and all that kind of stuff into this. And so it's such a great deal. So some notable mentions is that you start off with 20% discount on your future orders. And you can order from new catalogs early. You get celebration rewards early. So that paper I mentioned, you know, this really pretty paper that sold out. Everybody is so bummed about this paper. I've gotten lots of messages about this paper. You, as a demonstrator, could order it early. You get a whole month early. So that's exciting. And then you'll belong to my team, the Beehive. We've got a great team. So let me tell you about one other starter kit idea. Like if that didn't tickle your fancy, you're not interested in any of those items right there. But after I show you this little make and take that I'm going to do tonight, I think you might really like that suite of products. But say, for instance, you're not interested in that, or maybe you already, well, you wouldn't have already had it because you'd have to be a demonstrator to get it. But anyways, what you could do is you could collect some Stampin' Blends. So Stampin' Blends are alcohol-based marker. They are really fun to work with. And we've got several in the back here, and they're $9 each for a set of 2. So let me show you what those look like. So like these are Stampin' Blends, right? And they're double-sided, and they are fantastic to color with. They're $9 for a set of 2, but what you could do is you could choose 19 sets of these. And if you do 19 sets of these, that's like $171. So you've got $4 left to spend. And of course, again, like I said, we want to get all the money that we can, get the most bang for our buck. There's only a few things that you can get for $4. So something that you can add on would be a re-inker. So if all of our ink refills are $4. So if you missed out on one, you can add one of those on. You could also get our liquid glue. That's $4. And then I believe there's a paper in here, a specialty paper that's also $4 that you could add on. The pearlescent 12 by 12 paper. So then that would hit $175 and you would be golden. And then after that, you could place another order right away after you get your starter kit ID number and all that kind of stuff with a discount, 20% off. So that's great. Okay. Now that I've shared that with you guys, let's create this cute little project together. Okay, I know that most of you like to see the cards ahead of time. So here's the card that we're going to do. This is actually the make and take that I designed for SSAT in Columbia a couple weekends ago. Or was it last weekend? I don't know. I'm losing track of time. But it's a really simple card, and I just want to show you how to create this. And then I have a couple other samples that I'll show you. Okay, so this is one of the colors that's going to be retiring soon. I actually hope it doesn't retire, but you know, we never know. We never know. This is the Evening Evergreen, and then we're also going to be using some of the Soft Succulent. So these two colors came as part of our in colors, and they are beautiful together. So you're going to take a piece of Evening Evergreen cardstock, okay, and fold it in half. And I have two pieces of Very Vanilla here. One's for the outside of the card and one's for the inside. So the smaller one, okay, I'll have to get the measurements for you guys in a minute, is for the front of the card. And what I'm going to do is take our masking paper. So this is the Stampin' Up! Masking paper. This is what it looks like. When I showed this at the event, people were so surprised they hadn't even seen it. A lot of them didn't know we carried this, but it's just a great thing that you can use in your crafting. So it comes with 12 sheets, okay, and it's you can see that there's a line right there that makes it easy for you to separate the adhesive back or the non-adhesive back. So for this card, what I'm going to do is just tear down the side. I do a lot of masking using Post-it notes. So to be able to have this masking paper, and it's really thin and it's really easy to work with, and then I'm going to tear my paper like that. Really easy to work with. This is great alternative to Post-it notes for sure. Okay, there we go. Now we've got all of this left over. When I was prepping for this class, I was able to get 5 of these little strips out of one sheet. Okay, now what we want to do next is we want to separate the masking paper backing, just like that. And I've cut this so that it's the equal in length as compared to this cardstock here, this Very Vanilla. And then I'm just going to press it down, okay, just like that. Let me grab my blending brushes here. And I thought I had some scrap paper. So now what we're gonna do is take the Soft Succulent, which is the lighter of the green. I'm gonna take our blending brush. And when you first start to blend, you wanna kind of start off of the paper a little bit to allow yourself to have a nice even blend so that it doesn't have splotches. So you're going to ink it up. Martin Stone actually presented for us at our stamp camp. He is a UK demonstrator that's been part of the artisan design team he did it several years. He's incredibly talented, but I usually pound on my ink pad like that, and I saw when he was doing it, he was kind of doing it in a circular motion. So I'm starting to kind of adopt that a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of stamp off a little to the side, and then we're going to continue to blend. And you want to get right up to the edge of the masking paper and cover this whole thing. And you can make it as dark as you want. That doesn't look like I have a lot on there, but when I pull back that masking paper, you'll be surprised at the difference. It'll look great. So at the event, I did see a lot of people put a lot of color on, and when they were done, it looked great as well. So you just can't go wrong. So we're just going to continue to color over our paper like that. I won't be going live on Wednesday for Happy Hour with Honeybee Stampers. I'll be out of town. I'm heading out of town to go to a planner conference. So if any of you guys out there are paper planner enthusiasts like I am, reach out to me. Let me know I'm not alone on this. I love paper planners. I love everything about it. I don't know why, but I always have, even when I was in grade school. Love stationery and all that kind of stuff. So there we go. Okay, that should be good enough. So now what we'll do is take the Evening Evergreen, which is that darker green, Love these colors. And we're going to use some of the stamps from that new Hello Irresistible. This was the stamp set that I recommended for your starter kit if you're interested in that. Okay, we'll stamp one there. We'll do one up here. And one down here. Okay, so you see that I'm going over the masking, no problem. And then we'll take some leaves here. Ooh. It's a little heavy-handed there. Let's do one right here. I really like how bold these images are with this stamp set. You know, people say all the time, we have so many flower stamp sets, and we do. But they always all have just something a little different about them that makes me say, all right, I'll get it. I'll get it. Now we've got these little splotches here. I love this stamp. I'm going to be using this a lot, because it just adds, like, look at that. That's pretty, right? But then when you add in a few splotches, it just finishes the card to me. So there we go. We'll put some down here and then maybe a little bit down there. Okay. Now that we've done that, let me actually, while we have this all out, let's do the inside too, because I wanted to take, and we're gonna, I'm sure we have a little bit of leftover. Maybe. Let me add some. Okay, it's so subtle, but it's showing up there. Okay, a little bit of green there, and then we'll do the evening evergreen over it. Okay, and I do want to add these leaves here. There we go. And then there's this cute little sentiment. It says, I couldn't be happier to have you as my friend. So I think that would be perfect to go on the inside of the card. And we'll just stamp it right there at the bottom, or towards the bottom. There we go. Okay, that'll go on the inside. Now what you do with this piece is you're going to peel back the masking paper. Now, I will tell you, you don't want this masking paper sitting on your projects for long periods of time, because it will start to have a stronger adhesion. So what I recommend is putting it on right before you do the project, and when you're peeling it back, keep it close to the paper. Like I'm peeling it like this. Like I wouldn't peel it up high like this. And then you could continue, oops, and I've already messed up. You can continue to use your fingers close to the paper to be able to pull it off. So like that, and I'll keep pulling. I also bought a little tool that will help you to erase like little mistakes if you make any. It's like a little sanding eraser. So I've been wanting one of those for a long time, and I finally got one. And those will work really well if you have any extra masking paper that's stuck that you can't get rid of. Okay, so there you go. You got a little piece right here. And there. Okay, so you can see that even though it seemed really light when I was creating it, it does make quite the difference there. Now we'll take our dark evening evergreen again, and we're going to stamp the sentiment thank you. Right there. Okay, let's assemble this card, and then I'll show you a couple other samples. I have not even really had a chance to design with this the way I want to, but stay tuned because I'll definitely be using this a lot more. Grab my adhesive here. I think this is just so pretty. And we'll put this on the inside. So if you love this project or you love the product that I shared with you guys, definitely consider the starter kit. There's really no obligation after you buy the starter kit. That's always a concern for people as well. I would recommend stamping on the envelope too to make it all match together. There we go. It's such a great deal right now. And if you, tomorrow it ends. So if you were to buy the starter kit today or early tomorrow and you get your ID number right away, you could even place an order Let me grab my take your pick tool to grab these off of here. You could even place an order and get celebration product, and you would be getting that order at a discount. Made these little pieces too small. Wow, this is good to know. I cut these tiny embellishments for my customers so that, you know, I can make sure everybody has an embellishment. But gosh, they are hard to get off of these little pieces. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, flip over. All right, there we go. So it's so much easier to use the take your pick tool when you want to get a good grip on something. Let's stick that right there. And then we'll do this one. Let's see where we're gonna put this one. We'll put this one right here. Why not? Okay, and that card is done. So you could do this card with any color. So here's another sample that I did with purple. So there's the card sample, and then I'm sending out thank you cards to everybody who ordered from me at this SSAT event. So these are the thank you cards that are going out in the mail, featuring the same product here. And so this is a die that's part of it. I thought that was cute. I wanted to feature some of the dies here. This is the coolest part of the die, is this circle here. And then there's one that goes straight. So just a sweet and simple card. You guys all tell me which one of these. I asked several of my friends, do you like the purple one better? You like the white one better? So you guys will have to tell me which one of these colors you like better. I couldn't decide at first, but anyway, so there's some sample ideas there. I'm going to have a lot more to share with you guys coming up as far as this goes. But for the rest of this week, I will be out of the office at going to that planner conference. I'll try to post different things for you guys, but I wanted to make sure you knew all about the starter kit special so you didn't miss it. If you have any questions for me, especially about the starter kit because it ends tomorrow, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them for you. I'll leave a little link where you can kind of check out some more information. I updated my Join the Beehive page on my business website, and there's some fun pictures on there of myself and team members at different various events, enjoying our time together. So I will share that specific link. So you guys will have to go and check that out. I have some tweaking to do to it yet, but it's been updated recently. All right, have a great night, you guys, and I will see you. I'll probably hop on towards the end of the week. I will see you guys all again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.